With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. Open man right side is Cup, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Darnold from the gun. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So he stopped for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Well, to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Darnold. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. In motion right is Smith. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Well, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ready? Let's go.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 6.
Great, set. Anyone, huh?
Here's Hurts to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shred.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
To throw is Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a yard. Now Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, set. Yo, 80. Reset.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go, set. Reset.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
1-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Great, set. 180, 180.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
This is first and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
2 minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless. Here comes second down. Now Darnold wants to change it up. Second and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They come up now on second and 2. On the give here, Charbonnet. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's first down. Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Walker now on first and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's a second and 7. Darnold to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Great.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Darnold. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
4th down.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles 16. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Eagles nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's up to the 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Good.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.